Hello, my baddies. Welcome back. I'm doing a little bit more of a cozy type of video today. I am trying to be consistent on YouTube. It's actually not easy. TikTok is a lot easier because it's like short form content, and I could just do a quick 1 minute video and then you get like so many views. But like on YouTube, you're like pushing out 15 minutes worth of content, and then like sometimes you get 1 view, sometimes you get 2 view. But I have friends in that world and they're just like post try to post a video every day and just try to find things to talk about. But I want to speak about today, right? Because we're all about baddies. So y'all like my earrings? And I had to pull out this like cute, it's really cute nightwear. It's super, super cute. It's like all cherries. But I want to talk about the importance of never taking offense to things. I have encountered so many people that just get offended over every little thing. Like, let's say someone's facial expression is off, or let's say someone's a little bit strict or a little bit tough. They start to take offense, or they start to feel like, oh, like, who does that person think she is? Like, why is she acting like that? Why is she so tough? This, that, and the third. And it's like, first of all, if you are a baddie, then you understand that everybody has their own life going on. Just because someone's walking around a little mean mugging, maybe that means that they don't want to be bothered because they have a lot in their head, right? So it's important that you understand social cues, right? Do not just look at someone, look how someone talks, look at what they do, and then take everything personally, right? I just don't like people that have such weak egos. Like, understand that everybody is going through one thing or the third, right? Either they have bills to think about, either they have to think about their children, either have to think about like what they're going to wear tomorrow, or even like me, how the hell am I going to be able to sit in front of a camera and speak for 15 minutes long, right? But it's just a habit. It will come naturally, right? And sometimes we just are not fully aware of our facial expression or kind of like the vibe we're giving off just because we're mentally somewhere else. You cannot look into someone all the way and just assume that what they're saying and what they're doing is some type of like offense towards you, because that's just not true, right? Everybody has their own life. And on Father Chi, I want all of the content to just be like, you like my like Hello Kitty bag? Yeah. I want the content to be like super cozy. So like chill with me, chill back with me if you want. Um, but yeah, it's just like you cannot take offense to every little thing. And that's what kind of makes sometimes me. I love to go out and I'm like the biggest extrovert, but sometimes that kind of makes me apprehensive to go outside because I'm like, all right, some people are just going to be like offended by every little thing. And I do have a little bit of an attitude, and not because of anybody, right? Not because it's like, oh, I'm like personally thinking about somebody, but because it's just like I have a lot going on. As you can see, I'm very busy, right? And sometimes I literally just don't want to be bothered. And I grew up as an only child. So like I'm used to having that solitude. I'm used to my boundaries being respected because like I don't have siblings everywhere like poking at me at every minute. So I'm kind of used to like being in control of my schedule, right? So when I'm not in control of my schedule, or my schedule is not respected, it just feels weird, especially if it's not being respected by someone that I literally don't know. Like I've encountered some people that I don't really vibe with them. I don't really know them, but yet they like push their way into my life. And it's like, I don't understand what you're trying to do or say. Like, I kind of need my space and my time because I have so much going on. And they just like, they get offended. Like, if I'm not calling them, or if I block them or this and that, like I've had to like block certain people just because like any time of the day, anytime they feel like, they just come into my inbox, come into my comments and say the most disrespectful thing and think that it's okay. Like, think that, like, okay, no, you have to process that. And it's just like, What? Like, are we not adults? Do we not understand the basics like, hi, hello, how's your day? Or just social cues. Like, if you kind of feel like you ever like be around someone, you kind of feel like, okay, like they have their own thing. Like, people are probably going through so much behind the scenes. Like, it's okay to respect people's boundaries. You don't have to get attention. It's like, do you like it when you're trying to think about what outfit to wear tomorrow and someone comes out of nowhere, pokes at you, and says the most disrespectful thing? It's not, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't look good and doesn't feel good. And it's kind of disrespectful, especially if you pay taxes, right? I don't pay taxes in this country to constantly be poked at, to constantly be disrespected, especially not in my own home. Like, I've encountered people that literally come into my own house unannounced and sit there as though like, and it's like, I don't know what possessed you to do that, but you probably need an exorcism because that is just so weird. It's just so weird to me when people don't respect boundaries, right? I don't know. And I just feel like if you're a baddie, you should never take anything personally, right? Because people have things on their mind. We are grown adult. You should be able to detach or just kind of understand what the person is trying to say. We don't have to say everything literally, literally, literally. Just watch body language, feel the vibe, and be like, oh, okay, like this person's working on this. Oh, okay, this person's doing this. Like, you don't have to. If someone did not respond to you the way that you expected to be responded to, don't think that they're trying to, like, I have encountered people that, like, I'm pretty straightforward when I speak, right? But because I didn't add a smiley face or a heart, I just added like a period, they just got so offended by everything. And it's like, have you ever thought that maybe I'm trying to close the conversation because we're done with this? Have you ever thought like there's so many things to think than to feel offended or like I just feel like that's so childish. Like, I've had people literally block me and I understand why, because they're busy. It's not because they're trying to like be mean to me, but they're trying to say like, yo, like I'm in tune with you, like I get it, but I just need time to process. Because everybody has their own stuff. Like, people have a lot of things going on. So sometimes they need space to kind of think things through. And I feel like when something's important to you, you don't just want to like read it right away when you're in a hurry. You kind of want to, when you like have a good book. When do you read a good book? I love these earrings. Also, these cute strawberry earrings. It's one of my favorites. So I really wanted to show. But like when you have a good book, when do you read a good book? Do you read a good book when you're like super stressed with bills and work, or do you read a good book when you want to sit down and relax and just enjoy your time? Right? So you might block the book, right? You might push the book off for a side just so that you can clear out anything that takes your time away so you can really have time to digest it. That's what I do with my friends. That's what I do with even family. Like, okay, like I want to make sure that when I'm with you, I am present. I want to make sure when I'm listening to this song, like I'm really feeling the vibe because what you're saying, what you're doing is very important. And right now, I have so many things in my head, like wedding plans, school, um, my content, writing, all that stuff. So right now I can't fully take in what you're doing or what you're thinking. But soon when I get this off my plate, I will be able to embrace it, right? So I don't understand when that's just a mature way to think. A mature way to think is to know that everybody has their own life, everybody has their own priority. And if they're not putting you to the forefront every single minute, it's not that you're not important. It's not that they're trying to avoid you. It's just that they just have things in their head that they need to do, like renovate their house, like make sure they look good on camera, like me. All those things. They have things to think about. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I have a hard time going outside or doing things because people get so offended by things that it's just like, I don't know what is up with you, but I don't understand why you are so emotional for something that has nothing to do with you. Like, what? You're offended that I rolled my eyes at you when you came to my home unannounced? What, you're offended because I don't want to talk on the phone with you all day? What, you're offended because I didn't invite you to my birthday party? Be an adult and don't take it personally. Maybe I just didn't have the energy or the mental capacity to do or say these things. Maybe I just did not see you. That's why I like to be kind of in front of people, because I understand that everyone's busy. So you kind of want to put yourself in front of people so they can remember you. Or maybe I didn't remember, or maybe I don't really like you because my first impression of you, you were so rude to me and I didn't understand why. And you were rude to me because of things that I probably did or said that had nothing to do with you, and you just got offended by it. I deal with that a lot, especially with young women. And I say young, maybe they're not young in age, but they're young in mindset. I just love this hair on me. It's so cute. But they're young in mindset, right? And so with every little thing that I do, instead of just taking it for what it is, they find a way, or they force a way to get offended and think that I'm shooting at them. And some of these people I never even met. If you ask them, okay, when's the last time you spoke to Chi? And they're not going to say a word. Does she even know you? Do you even have her number? They're not going to say a word. So why do you think she's personally shooting at you? And it's like, I have the answer. It's because behind the scenes, they create imaginary trauma and scenarios in their head that never happened. And they come outside as though it happened, and they think that I'm shooting at them. But it's like, babes, those scenarios you made up in your head. You don't even have my number. This is probably the first time you're seeing me in person. It's weird. So if you see me in person and I'm like kind of like off put by your energy and how you're like disrespecting me, don't take offense if I roll my eyes and completely avoid you, because it's like I was not in that imaginary scenario. I do not create imaginary scenario with people that I've never seen in my life. That is so Freaky Friday. But that's it for today, and I really hope that helps. Bye.